Everybody ready? Okay, well, we have to make sure that Thierry is ready.
I am ready, all right.
He's ready. He's always ready.
I feel good. I wish I would. I feel good. Come on, everybody. That's it. I feel good. I wish that I would. I feel good. So good. So good. I feel good. Food is energy, guys. And your energy. You're beautiful people. This is a family. This is the way I see it. A big community, lovely people, good atmosphere. You guys had a choice to come here tonight. You had a choice to stay home and watch the MS-16, whatever happens with the prosecutors prosecuting about the crime. But you decide to come and get some good news and some good happy lifestyle. So I want a round of applause for you guys. A round of applause also for Jeffrey and Dr. Brooke for organizing this event. So, I'm quite nervous, I gotta tell you. I prepared this lecture just before I came because I like to have things fresh, like my food. So, I brought some pictures here. It's gonna be a lot of visuals so you guys can record this and go home and understand what I'm going to talk to you about. Veganism, it's not just eating salads, it's a lifestyle. It's a way of thinking, it's a way of being for yourself but also for other people. It's not something that's selfish, it's something you prepare foods and you enjoy preparing it for yourself and you want to share with others. It's about community, unity. And the information that I'm going to give you tonight is a lot of information. So I'm going to be as simple as possible for you to understand or equal stand, because I'm not here for you to understand me, but to equal stand. You understand? You equal stand? Love is love. This is what we all hear about, guys. We're all about supporting each other. We're all here to be kind to one another. Look at this. I can go on, and this is beautiful. This is what I want to see in my life. It's good things, happy things, you know, that there's one passion in life, it's happiness. It truly is. So whatever your happy is, find it, follow it, stick to it, and make yourself happy, because life is short, and you are in control of your own ship. And this is where we are. If you ever have an idea of who we are, and where we are, where is home, what is home, who am I, what am I doing here, what is my purpose? You know all those questions everybody asks themselves, but nobody really has an answer. So I'm going to provide you some insights. You don't have to believe me, everything I'm saying, but it really works for me. And as you can see, I'm doing pretty good. I'm 46 years old, and I have lots of passions, which is physical activities. I consider myself as an athlete. I'm doing bodybuilding. I windsurf on storms. My best time to go out is during hurricanes, and I go out there for hours. People say, how do you do that? Well, it's practice, you know, it's like everything. You do a little bit, baby step, one step at a time, and you learn. So if you like something, you have to truly believe it and go for it. It's the same thing with the diet. I don't call the veganism a diet. I really call it a lifestyle, because it's not just the food, it's a lot more information and knowledge, and certainly wisdom. So this is where we are. We're in the solar system, somewhere in this big vortex called the Milky Way Galaxy. You see, it's a big disk, and I'm going to go up there. So this is the sun, and this is our solar galaxy. This is the Milky Way Galaxy. Everybody know that? How many galaxies in the universe? Billions, billions, billions. We don't know. It's huge. As far as we know, most of the planets that we have found to date lies about 300 light years from our sun, which is in this little circle. So we don't know what's there. We see it in the sky, of course in the dark sky when there's no light pollution, but this is where we are. So it gives you an idea of technology and where we are in this universe. We're very small. And I'm going to switch to the next picture. This is the solar system. The sun, they call it the atom. In Egyptian, atom. This is basically chemistry, electrons and atoms. Those are electrons. Earth is an electron spinning around the solar system, around the sun. So it's all about energy. And it's very important you understand that because our body is made of energy as well. Our body is not just one piece of equipment like they teach you at school or the doctors tell you you have to fix a leg or an arm. You have to take in consideration the whole body as a whole because everything is connected with one another. And it's the immune system that keeps the cells together to be who you are. There's a lot of space between the cells, just like there's a lot of space between those cells. It's exactly the same thing, and it works the same way. So it's just a different measurement. We are shifting into a new era, and this is a little bit of, you know, you probably know the astrological signs and all that stuff. You probably heard about the Mayan calendar. In 2012, everybody says it's going to be the end of the world. Well, the calendar of the Mayans was shifting from 2012 from the mutable signs, which was the Pisces, into the fixed signs, which is the age of Aquarius. They call it also the golden age. So either you like it or not, it's happening. So I'm going back to the other picture. I'm telling you that because veganism is a movement that goes along with what things are going on with the world today. You see, the Milky Way is a disk, and the solar system goes up and down around the sun, around the vortex, the center of the galaxy. So by going up, it goes to certain energies. By going the other side, it goes to certain energies. Positive, negative, just like energy, alternative current. So getting back to this. So we are shifting now. We were in the last 2,000 years, we were in this mutable sign, which was division of language, cultures, concepts, races, and ideas. So now we're shifting into unity, harmony, and understanding, or equal standing. This is the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is a lot of stuff. I would say like, this is politics, this is religion, whatever you want to do. So when you connect the dots and you have an understanding about what things, the big picture, then you have wisdom. This is me about 12 years ago when I started the venture about veganism. I grew my own food. So just like you, I used to eat meat and drink milk and all that stuff. And I used to smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol because I thought it was good. When I watch a movie, they always push on drinking alcohol, it makes your life much easier, and smoking cigarettes and all that, everybody's doing it. So you think it's the right thing, but it's really not. It's a propaganda making you believe that certain things is good for you, but it's not. Excuse me, I'm still nervous, so my voice, I'm passionate, as you can tell. So this is sunflower greens, and those are wheatgrass. As Dr. Flo mentioned to you about the power of healing of wheatgrass juice. It is true, when you think of all the grazing animals, those animals that people eat like cows, what our cows are? They are vegans. They grass, they eat the grass. They don't eat meat, they eat the grass, and they have so much muscles. Think of all the grazing animals, the gazelles and the horses. They're very, very powerful, and all they eat is grass. So grass is actually good for us because we are mammals as well. And we have a digestive system. Basically what grass contains is all the amino acids that the body needs to sustain itself for the entire day. 2 ounces or 4 ounces of wheatgrass juice supplies you with the amino acids. I'm not using the terms proteins or carbohydrates, which words are false. Protein, actually I can tell you that AIDS and leukemia are protein. So when people tell me you get protein, no, I don't have disease. You can grow this food very easily. My name is Thierry BROWERS, by the way. Thierry is French. I'm from France. I moved here 22 years ago. Last name B-R-O-W-E-R-S. If you Google search me, you'll find a lot of information. I've been doing lectures for the last 12 years because I'm passionate about it. I also had my own vegan restaurant called Nuage Café. Nuage in French means cloud. So because I have a lot of fun. I closed it 4 years ago, but still people are following me. Melanie came tonight because she saw I was speaking tonight. She's so excited. Michelle, it's good to see you too. It was a fantastic adventure. I love it. I love the people. I love the atmosphere. This is my first lecture in Delray about 12 years ago when I'm educating people about alkaline water that is actually not good for you. You see, it's funny because all the stuff that you know you have to change your mind and believe in the end, it's actually the opposite. When you tell you alkaline is good for you, it's actually not. The reason why is because the alkaline ions that goes into your body assist cancer to develop itself. A healthy cell is actually acidic. Everything in the body is acidic, except one thing, the blood. But everything else is acidic. So you don't want to put alkaline in your body because you're thinking you can change the pH. Your body is a very highly sophisticated bioelectrical machine that performs and works by itself in perfection. So there's no reason to go and alter. You're not a car. You're not a vehicle where you can put a fuel in it and change the things, like ethanol or flex fuel. It doesn't work this way. The body is supposed to get some substances, and first of all, it's love. Love, number one food in the whole for all humanity. Number two is air, okay? Number three is water. And then, of course, the food that we eat, but that's really 5 or 10% of our energy source. There's a lot of energy source that we can rely on. This is a lecture I do on Nutrition Smart. I did some Whole Foods until this lady called Whole Foods headquarters and said, don't let these guys speak of Whole Foods anymore because he tells everybody cancer is a choice. She got so mad at me. Cancer is a choice, ladies and gentlemen. It's not something that comes into your body, you're going to die of it. Everybody has cancer at least 7 times in their lifestyle. It's how you control your immune system to fight against the cancer itself. The stronger your immune system is, all the chances you have to thrive and be happy. Dr. Flora is clapping her hands. I love you so much, Dr. Flora. Thank you for your techniques and your teaching. I used one of her tips. One day I went windsurfing, and my board flipped, and my feet went the other side. So of course I couldn't walk, but guess what? She taught me, if something like this happened, put your feet into a concoction of fruits, like pineapple, mango, whatever, just use the skin and blend it, and make a juice out of it, and soak it. That's what I did for 12 hours straight. I went back to work 2 days later. It works, enzymes. So this is an article on the Natural Awakening. See, I'm out there. I'm a public speaker, public figure, if you can call. I'm just a little bit quiet because I do all the things. I work. But right now I also work with my fiancée. We are building a bus. We're converting a school bus into a mobile home. It's not going to be a mobile home. It's actually a home. We get the whole fancy stuff, solar panels, generators and stuff. And we're going to travel around the country and get married on the bus. So if you want to follow us, it's backtoscoolie.com, SKOOLIE.com. And you can go back to her over there. And then Deborah, we didn't have business cards yet, but on the way she wrote a clean piece of paper, like the website. And for you guys, if you want to follow us, it would be cool. We have nothing to sell, just a passion and a happiness. I opened also a society called the Vitality Society, because the true key of health is vitality. The power is the charge that the air of you breathe, and that is converted into energy. That's what the body does. That's the first thing of water, of energy, is the air that you breathe, that provides you with vitality. So vitalitarian is someone that lives out of vitality, which is everybody, but once you get the understanding. So I am an altruist. I constantly make intentional and voluntary action to aim and enhance the welfare of another person in the absence of any quid pro quo external rewards. See, I don't expect anything from you. I'm a giver. And that's the way I think everybody should act upon their life, especially in this new golden age. That's the logo. I designed this because since I was a kid, I always had questions. Why is a cloud over there? Why the numbers are coming from? Nobody could answer me where the numbers are coming from. So I look at my hands because the solution must be here. We're such a beautiful creature, and God gave us that power of understanding. So I look at my hands and I say, well, when you one, in English it's one like this, right? So this is one angle, 1, 2 angles, 3, 4. So if you look at 0, there's no angle. 1 angle is 1. 2 angles is 2. That's how the numbers came up. See, that's what veganism, that's what the food that I eat gives me, is the epiphanies of understanding the true meaning of all things. So I'm an observer. Since I was a child, I always look around and try to understand. And I decided, you know what, I'm not going to try anymore. I'm tired of trying, because if you look at the definition of trying, it's an attempting something with a failure attitude. And I'm not a failure. I'm a doer, I'm an executor, I'm an achiever. And I do what I want, when I want, because I can do, have, and be everything I want in my life. And this is what I come up with. God gave me that. We have the knowledge, all one of us, in our heart. We know it all. It's how they educate us and program us to forget all. So we have to relearn all that stuff. This is me windsurfing. Hello. And I traveled the country on a sustainable van. I converted this van into an eco van. How did I do that? See, everything's possible. I drove the country for free by pumping oil from restaurants, waste vegetable oil. That's what I use for fuel. I was pumping it, filtering it. I had a 50-gallon tank in addition of the 30-gallon from the van, and an extra 30-gallon. I crossed the country one shot for free. Hell yeah! And that's my sleeping compartment. And that's my food. We got some soaked almonds over here. Almonds are really good for your heart. L-arginine, L-citronella. When you soak the almonds overnight, you inhibit the enzymes in it. You activate the enzyme because they're in the dormant stage. You know, all the beans and stuff, you can store them for years in your kitchen. Well, when you soak them overnight, then they're alive, they become babies. Now you become a parent. They rely on you to survive. You have to rinse them. You have to change the diapers. You have to rinse the poop. Same thing with the sunflower greens and the sprouts. Those are lentils, pumpkin beans, adzuki beans, avocados. That's what I eat the whole way. Making my own food, growing my own food on board. And that's what we're going to do, honey. Hippocratic is this. That's me when I was a kid. My first dictionary, not Bible, dictionary. Yeah. I want to learn things. I want to know things. And that's me with my sister. We grew up in water. We grew up in nature. Thanks to my parents. This is my church, the one on the right. Amen. And this is my paradise. That's that. This is California. That's a trip I took with the van, going over there. It's good to be free. And this is where I live. This is where I am. This is where everybody else is. In the past and in the future. The present moment, anyone? Hello? I'm here now. Forget about tomorrow. Let it come to you. Forget about yesterday, it's gone. Okay? That's the lesson. This is me and my girl on a bus. The schoolie bus.
Very embarrassing.
This is her climbing a tree. I'm teaching her to climb a tree because you're gonna have some survival skills, you know, when you go vegan. And you have no food. We got some coconuts today. How many coconuts we got? Like 12?
Yeah.
We filled up a gallon of water and it was delicious. Nice and fresh. Nature is abundant. And you know what? Not everybody is vegan raw. So there's plenty of coconuts out there. Well, don't come after me, of course. And she makes her own sunscreen out of nuts and stuff. Okay, so back to stuff. I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death for your right to say it. Okay? That's Voltaire. I put a lot of quotes here because they're very important. I love quotes and they empower me to do what I do. 2% of the people think, 3% of the people think they think, 95% of the person would rather die than think. So you're in the 2 or 3%. You know? There is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Everything exists. Seek nothing outside of yourself. You know? You must love in such a way that the person you love feels free. Okay? Good stuff. And this is about love. I'm going to move a little bit forward because we have prizes and stuff, and I want to get you. This is my daughter growing sunflower greens. My daughter is 15 years old now. I love this picture. And this is my son eating an apple. He's 6 years old. He actually turned 7. I have 2 kids. That's his 6 years old birthday. I made a cake for him. It's a watermelon cake. You just shave it into a cake, and you blend some sunflower greens or cashews. You do the frosting. You put it on top there. You put some fruits. Call it a day. And they're happy like a dog. Look at this puppy. Don't believe everything you see, and believe half of what you hear. Learn how to see, realize that everything connects to everything else. Leonardo da Vinci. Now, anonymous quotes. A lot of people say a lot of things, right? Especially on Facebook and social medias. They have these quote things now with colors. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. Anonymous quotes are like multi-level marketing. They show up by surprise, and it's your responsibility to keep going common sense or to break the chain of nonsense. An anonymous quote becomes anonymous by you once you share it. And anonymous quotes are anonymous for a reason. Trying to be happy by accumulating possession is like trying to satisfy hunger by topping sandwiches all over your body. Amen for George Carlin, please. He's the man. You are rich when you are content and happy with what you have. Yes. If you really think the environment is less important than the economy, try holding your breath while you count your money. It's all about perception, guys. All about perception. I'm an antisocial, and I'm proud of it. Because antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. Who knows Nikola Tesla? Raise your hand. I would say a third. Nikola Tesla anticipated that we're going to use cell phones 150 years ago. He developed technology so powerful that could split the earth in half. The government uses technology, abolished him, they power everything. It's all about control, it's all about energy that you control, so you can live on the grid. They make it illegal now to live off the grid in the state of Florida. That's why we're going on wheels. Hey, yeah. Trying to catch us, we'll be in Colorado. This is what we listen to. We listen to the ocean waves. We listen to what we want. Now, I have an issue with people not understanding sometimes, and it's not because you're not smart or anything, it's because the conventional way of educational system and politics and the way it works trains you to think a certain way. So this is from a book that I was reading about Vedic mathematics, and it says that it's not because the explanations are lacking in many manners, but because the methods are totally unconventional. Some people are so deeply rooted in the conventional method that they probably subconsciously reject to see the logic in unconventional methods. Do not correct a fool, or he will hate you. Correct a wise man, and he will appreciate you. It's very important, the environment of people you go with. You become your environment. Something I want to talk about the tax. Every box and everything you buy in the market has these nutritional values. Well, it talks about calories and stuff. This is a method developed by Mr. Waterman. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. But anyway, it's 120 years old technology. It's very old, very obsolete, but they still use it because it works so far and everybody believes it. The way they calculate the carbohydrates and the proteins and all that is they put some food in a liquid and they explode it inside with a charge of electricity within the water. And they see how fast it propagates into the water. And that's how they calculate the value, the nutritional value of certain substances. Well, there's one thing you should know, ladies and gentlemen. The body does not explode food in your vehicle. It actually imploses it, okay, which is the opposite. So this is all false. All this. Do not think calorie or carbohydrates. Think energy, vibration, and frequencies. That's the way you should think. This little thing here is asking the gorilla, no meat at all? Are you sure? Are you getting enough proteins? You can't eat meat and be an environmentalist. You're not a lactose intolerant. You're just not a baby cow. Okay, I'm going to pass this one. It's basically telling that, that milk is casein. What is casein? Casein is glue. This is what glue is. From Elmer's. Elmer's glue is made from cow's milk. Because 80% of cow's milk is made of casein. And that's what they use to label the water bottles or the beer bottles, wine bottles, and even for furniture to clean them together. Is they use cow's milk casein to use as glue. So the glue, this poor baby has like some mucus coming out of his nose because of drinking milk. Milk is really not good for you guys. You know, the key of health is to eliminate resistance in the body. When you put glue in your lungs and glue in your arteries, there's no free flow. You have to eliminate that. That's the key of health. And I'm going to go through that in just a second. Actually, that's a good quote. I'm going to read it. And then we're going to go to some technical. How much time do I have, Jeff?
At least 10 to 15.
Okay. I'm going to pass the one. This is me at Nuage Cafe when I opened the restaurant. This is Dr. Brian Clement and his wife, Anna Maria Clement. They are the directors of Hippocratic Health Institute, located in West Palm Beach. Dr. Flora mentioned about Anne Wigmore, who actually found out about wheatgrass juice in 1950s and opened the first Hippocratic in Boston. There are two institutes in the world, Boston and West Palm Beach. So as we live here, I encourage everybody to go over there. There's no fee to get in. You can go enjoy the park and just have an orientation for yourself. They have a little store where they sell seeds and shorts. I have shorts over here. It's about detoxification. That's what they sell for $10. I've got some here for you guys, $5 a piece. If you want, you can buy them, give the money to Deborah. So this was a grand opening. I adore this man. When I started to become vegan, I heard about him. Search his lectures, Dr. Brian Clement on YouTube. You'll learn so much from him. All my knowledge comes from him and of course some other people. Like the ancestors. Victor Horace Kulvinskas, who is still alive. He's probably 140 years old by now. I interviewed him about protein. Very good information here too. This was the restaurant. There was an ice cream shop. I converted it into a vegan restaurant. And it was easy because there's no heating, no oven, no stove, no microwave. Just a juicer and a dehydrator. And I operated the restaurant by myself for 3 years, 7 days a week. You gotta be strong to do that, right? No days off, no sick days. So this was a full operation business, open for lunch and dinner, a buffet type, so no employees, no wait staff. People grab a plate just like you did today and put it aside, some juices and lemonades and all that stuff. And I was charging $10 a plate, all you can eat. Yes, this was the plate that you got. Some pasta made of zucchini or squash. You spiralize them, they look like pasta. And the sauce, you can use cashews or sunflowers. You put some garlic, onions, some curry, some whatever you want in it. It's all good. Stuffed tomatoes, some tapenade, zucchini, eggplant lasagna. This is a broccoli with cashew sauce made with fennel, with chlorella, citronella, and all that good stuff. Some salmon, of course. Stuffed tomatoes with sunflower pâté. Sunflower with sun-dried tomatoes, peppers, onions, and of course some honey. All good. Remember that, Michelle?
Yes, I do. We miss you.
I miss you too. This is another dish. That's some pasta. I'll show you a little bit of. So I promised this lady here, we were talking about the food, she was going to take a picture and share it. I'm like, don't take a picture. Wait next month. Next month, Jeffrey, I'm going to come. I'm going to bring a lot of food so you guys can enjoy it. It will be my pleasure to serve you that day, even if I don't speak. It will be good. I really enjoy this community.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Yes. That's a vegan burger, dehydrated sunflower, and then the burger is, of course, no meat, sunflowers and stuff. This picture, by the way, travel around the world. People use it on their website, and it's been duplicated about 10,000 times all around the world for the last 4 years. I don't do copyrights. I'm all about free sharing. I don't care. You know, as long as people know, they can enjoy it. This is a raw pizza. This is a raw turkey that I made for Thanksgiving. Why not? So I use sunflowers and lentils, and I molded it into a turkey that looks like it. And it was great. Fantastic. If you go to Wikipedia, vegan raw foodism, you'll see that picture. Somebody posted for me, and they talk about Thierry BROWERS. That's really cool. Dessert. Banana ice cream. It's very easy. You take a banana, you peel it off, you wrap it in plastic, you put it in the freezer. Next day it's hard, you take the plastic off and you blend it. You got banana ice cream. You mix some fruits in it, like strawberries or whatever you want, and you get different flavors. So this is banana ice cream with some chia seeds. The chia seeds, you soak them for like 10 minutes. You put some whatever sweeteners if you want, or vanilla extract, some strawberries, and some sugar. This is palm sugar, which is very good for you. You know, sugar, Hippocratic, they say it feeds the cancer. Well, of course, but moderation always. You can do smoothies, coconut. Everybody know the durian? What a durian is?
Yes.
Oh, it's delicious. Coconut, durian, vanilla beans. Heaven! You know Susan Lerner? She's an advocate for Hippocratic. Got good customers over there. And Victoria's, of course, came over a couple of times to give a lecture, and that was the buffet. So fasting is nature's remedy to heal. I don't do breakfast. What is breakfast? Breakfast is breaking the fast. Fasting is nature's remedy to heal. When you fast, that means no food. You give your body the chance to repair itself, to heal itself, to detox all the bad stuff out of your body. Sweating, breathing out, you know, and all. So exercise is good for you. And of course, drinking water to assist the body to eliminate through the natural excretory channels. So I fast a few times over 21 days, no food for 21 days. Not too many people can do that. The reason why is they get headache and dizzy, and the reason why is that when you detox, it goes into your brain, makes you feel very uncomfortable, and then people blame on the vegan diet. That's not true. It's just a body natural way to detox itself. So you have to be very courageous and pass the barrier of uncomfortable zone. You know, like the inconvenient truth. So be courageous, get support with our community here at Earth Safe. about water, this is new knowledge. They don't teach that at school. But you know, if you jump flat in the pool, you'll hurt yourself because between water and the air, there's like a surface tension. It's a very fine film. That surface tension is negatively charged. It's very important to know that because our body is negatively charged overall, whereas the Earth is negatively charged. The atmosphere is positively charged. That's why when you cut an apple in half, it will turn brown quickly. That's why when the leaves fall down, they decompose quickly. It's a recycled process. That's how nature is, and that's how the Earth grows. So understanding that, this is very, very good because this is food for us. So if you want to drink some water and purify it, very simple. You put it into a vortex motion. You take a bottle of water and you spin it to create a vortex in it. That means you put the water in contact with the golden ratio. Anybody know the golden ratio or Fibonacci sequences? I'll come back and teach you all that. This is why a cloud is over there and not there. And I found out, because nobody could teach me that, when the water evaporates, the water drops contain this negatively charged exclusion zone. They call it also liquid crystal or surface tension. Let's say there's a positive charge, more concentrated area in the sky there, just like magnets. The water goes there, they condensate together, and they accumulate and create a cloud. Simple knowledge, but nobody knows. The worms are very important too, because they create tunnels in the soil. So when it rains, remember the water drops, a friction against the atmosphere. The more water, the thinner the water is, the more concentration of negative ions you get that will go straight into the soil, that will travel through the path of the worm's tunnels to deliver the negatively charged energy into the soil so it can decompose and recharge the soil. It's important to know that because you work the same way. Very sad picture, but this is reality. People say, when you're going to go vegan, and people tell you, well, what about meat? And you say the Eskimo, that's how they survive. Well, when the Eskimo eat the meat, they eat the organs. They don't eat the flesh, the muscles and all that. Same thing with the tigers and the big cats. They eat the flesh, and they eat it raw. They don't cook it. The reason why is because the blood is actually mucus eliminating. So that means when you have excess mucus in your body, the blood dissolves the mucus compared to the meat itself, which accumulates mucus. Excess mucus in the body, and this is from Professor Arnold Herret, who passed away about 80 years ago. Nobody knows this guy. He's like gone. But you find him. Professor Arnold Herret wrote a book called The Mucusless Diet Healing System. I am so happy. Last time, actually, 2 years ago, I did a lecture about him. I am so happy about this information that I created a website called themucuslessdiet.com. It's a website that I dedicated for this book with all the knowledge in it. Dr. Flora, applause me again. There's something you should know about toxification. There's a good way. We're not doctors, but you can become your doctor. And I teach you something very, very simple, and it's very effective. You can find out if you have toxicity in your body. More importantly, you can find out if you have accumulation of waste in your gut.
What?
And that is a problem because it's there. You cannot absorb the nutrition from the food that you
These
eat.
are $5.
I call it belly snake. When you eat something, for example, meat that has fiber or nerves, muscles in it that cannot be digested properly because we are vegans, we are not carnivores.
What are these?
Our jaws can go left to right. You see, the carnivores, they can't do that. They can only go up and down to grind the meat. We can do like cows. That means we can grind what we eat, all the fruits and vegetables. So when you eat meat, the food cannot be assimilated properly because it's not meant to be there. So what it does, it stays there and it accumulates and it grows and it hardens itself to a substance that looks like a tire rubber-like substance.
Yeah.
And it hardens and it glues itself to the walls of the intestines. Guys that have big bellies, that's what it is. It's, according to Bex, it can be 10 foot long to 14 foot long. And there's a way to detox yourself, to eliminate that. They'll come out of the blue in once, or it comes in pieces. I know it sounds yucky, but I'll show you what it looks like. This is the belly snake when it comes out. That's why it's stuck in the belly. It's yucky, it's gross, but that's what it is. And doctors won't tell you that because doctors want you sick and stay sick for the rest of their life. That's how they make money. They want you to have cancer and send you on therapy because that's how they make $5,000 and go to Cancun with their family.
Millions of dollars.
So, in your eyes, see, this is the pupil, the center.
Does he work in
our evolution,
Hippocratic?
all around, just the pupil is the abdomen, the gut area.
Doesn't work there.
So if you have blue eyes color and you have a center that is rusty or green or brown, that means you have a belly snake in your body, or toxicity. Okay. Well, that's a little harder to see if you have brown eyes, but you can see it. So this is a chart. I'm going to finish it here. And give me 5 minutes, Jeffrey, please. 5 minutes? I'm sure. Everybody want 5 minutes for my information? All right. So this is the alchemistic codex for the evolution of the Arthurian race. Let's say you're an alien and you come to Earth, you want to know how to survive. So this is basically what you have to do to become an efficient being, a human being. So there's a line here in the middle. It's called the radiation equilibrium. 0, okay? Anything below this line is life depleting or disease. Disease. Anything above that line is life enhancing. So there's 3 charts. First one is called the Berg's table. In the 1800s. There's a lot of people that dedicated a lot of time in learning how the body functions. So that's been my adventure. My passion is to learn about what they know and then educate you about this knowledge. So I made this chart to kind of simplify, make it easy for you to understand, so you don't have to read those books for hours. This is 12 years of research that I'm sharing with you. I could charge $2,500 each person or $10,000 in public. Anyway, so there's foods that makes mucus here, acid forming or mucus forming, and there's food that eliminates mucus. So you focus on the food that eliminates mucus, so you can remove the resistance out of your body. The second chart is called the Bobby scale. There's energy in the food and the drinks that we drink. There's food that are life depleting, for example, soda, milk, tap water, boiled water. And also for cooking. Pressure cooking is the highest heat. You kill the enzymes, you kill the vitality in the food, the coherence. That's what you're looking for, is the coherence in the food. When you grill it or cook it, you disturb. Let's say you have A and B nutrients. You cook them, then you get something called C and D, which is not recognized by the body because it's not meant to be heated. So then cook food steaming. 6,500 angstrom. Above that, this is what you find. In the realm of materialistic world, the highest you can get is Wheatgrass Juice, 9,500 bovis. Bovis is a measurement tool created by André Bovis in 1850. So it's just a way to calculate nutrition. So you can go up to 3 million bovis. Another guy created this bovis stainer. It's a container inside is polarized water, the same type of water that used to be during the dinosaur time. Dinosaur time, the reason why they were so big with such a little heart, if a dinosaur would run now across the street, he'll be totally exhausted. The reason why he could run at that time, because the atmospheric pressure was 2.5 stronger than it is today. The sun was not hitting directly into the atmosphere. There was a plateau of cloud all above the earth. So it was like a greenhouse. That's why you had 50-foot long trees, 20-foot long wings, butterflies, and 30-foot long, animals, mammals. That's the reason why. So now we don't have those things, but we can still duplicate the same atmospheric condition that it used to be. Michael Jackson was one of the customers for this guy, because he wanted to be in this chamber